So Kanye West the other day was melting down on Twitter, as he does, and he said some super questionable stuff about the Jews. Well, like 97% of people who saw it were like, oh, okay, well, that's anti-Semitic. But there's a tiny percentage that's like, I don't know about all that, bro. So Candace Owens goes out on her show to defend Kanye, and this is glorious.
That was the tweet.
Okay, so let me just read it for you guys one more time here. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. I love the harsh transition in the middle of the sentence. I'm a bit sleepy tonight. Some like casual, nonchalant side comment. Well, I'm kind of sleepy. And then it's, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. Okay, the funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic. Because black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone, whoever opposes your agenda. So classic, like, the idea of the Jewish cabal, the puppet masters behind the scenes running everything, blackballing people, high level of organization at the highest, at the top level of society. And it's funny because, I guess this is a question I'd have for Candace and anybody defending this is like, if this is an anti-Semitic, what could he have said where you would say, you know what, that is anti-Semitic? Like, here, let's change this a little bit. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'll talk about how Hitler made some decent points. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also. Would you have said, a little too far, bro? Would you have done that? Or would you be like, you don't even understand because he's a genius, he's operating on a different frequency, bro. That's what's going on here. What could he have said for you to be like, too far? Anyway, so that's the tweet for anybody who's thinking maybe it wasn't anybody. Okay.
That was the tweet. And people subsequently demanded that the tweet be taken down for anti-Semitism. Now, if you are an honest person, you did not think this tweet was anti-Semitic. You did not think that he wrote this tweet because he hates or wants to genocide Jewish people. This is
put aside the hates them, wants to genocide them, etc. She said, if you're an honest person, you wouldn't say this is anti-Semitic. These people are amazing. In a sense, they're the ultimate postmodernists. I know people on the left oftentimes get shit for being postmodernists and like not believing in objective truth. But what the fuck is this? This is like, I'm going to interpret this thing in a way that is incredibly subjective that I'm going to make up here on my own and ignore the plain face reading of it. And then say, if you're honest, you'll agree with my made-up interpretation of it and not the Occam's razor interpretation of it. I don't know how. So, is it just because she talks confidently? Is that why some people think she's smart? Is that it? It's like she speaks in a very arrogant and condescending way, and so therefore, she must be making good points. Look how confident she is. Look how strong she is. Is that what it is? I'm genuinely trying to figure this out. Because I don't know how anybody could hear something like that and think anything other than Candace is an idiot, or she's just lying on behalf of her friend Kanye. Of course, it's more likely she's lying on behalf of her friend Kanye. But this is also a person who just wore a White Lives Matter shirt to some event with Kanye. So, when you're in the news with that guy 2.5 minutes ago, maybe you're trying to do a little cover-up here, right? Like, cover the tracks.
If you are an honest person, you did not think this tweet was anti-Semitic. You did not.
Remember, if you think it's anti-Semitic, you're not an honest person. You're a liar. You're a bad person. If you thought the plain face reading of the thing was the plain face reading of the thing, you're not honest.
I think that he wrote this tweet because he hates or wants to genocide Jewish people. This does not represent the beginning of the Holocaust. That's if you're an honest person, you'll meet that. Who
said it was the beginning of the Holocaust? Yeah, I only saw people going, whoa, yikes, bro, OD. Way too far, and definitely anti-Semitic. I didn't hear anybody say, like, Kanye West is Hitler, and right now he's shoving people into the gas chambers as we speak. I didn't hear anybody say that. Did you hear anybody say that? I never heard anybody say that. So she's building up a straw man of the disagreement here, straw manning the people who are criticizing, and then she's slapping down the straw man because it's easier to make up what the opponents are saying than to engage honestly. And I shouldn't be surprised she wasn't engaging honestly with Kanye's tweet. Why would she engage honestly with the critics of Kanye's tweet?
You will admit that, right? If you're an honest person, when you read this tweet, you had no idea what the hell he was talking about. I had no idea when I read this tweet what the hell he was talking about.
No, I'm not going to let her get away with this. Again, let's read it again, and we're going to break this down. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. You know what this means. This is Kanye saying, because again, the last line gives it away. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. That's him saying there's like a cabal of Jewish people who are in control, who are the bosses, who are the management, who've gotten in my way, in my career, and stopped me from doing what I wanted to do, and I'm sick of it and I'm fed up and I'm going to speak up about it. You know, it's like the Jews are controlling the music industry and the fashion industry, and they're all on the same page with the same agenda, and they're controlling everything. And so I'm going to expose it. I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on them. That's what he's saying. It's not that hard to determine what he's saying. Yes, he's mentally ill and he's rambling and all that. That's all true. But you have a good idea of what he means when he says this. So don't give me the, I just don't know what he's saying. Oh.
I had no idea when I read this tweet what the hell he was talking about. This tweet inspired questions, not answers. First and foremost, what is DEFCON 3?
It's a mentally ill man's way of saying, oh, I'm about to expose all of the Jews' bullshit. That's what he's saying. But he's Kanye. He doesn't know it's DEFCON, not DEFCON. And he also doesn't know the way the numbers work. Apparently, the lower the number, the more explosive you're going to be. By the way, I didn't know that until like a year ago, so I'm not hitting on that part. But anyway.
Did he mean DEFCON 3?
Yes.
Which would be a military defense position, not an offense, for those of you that are offended.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that. I think a lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that, like I just described. He thinks if I say like DEFCON 4, it's even more explosive than DEFCON 3, right? Like, if he didn't know that it's DEFCON and not DEFCON, he obviously doesn't know which way the numbers will go, right? Jesus Christ.
Military defense position? Is he tweeting this because he's
See, he's just being This is Candace trying to imply, like, he's saying he's going to be defensively protecting himself from the evil cabal of Jews. What?
Reading the Newsweek headline, calling him an anti-Semitic? Is he angry because he can't believe that he's not free to talk about people in his life who happen to be Jewish?
Right. Okay, come on, man. How can you be this obtuse? They just happen to be Jewish, the people he's going after. He's not going after them because they're Jewish. Oh my God. Okay, one more time. I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda. And then he also accused P. Diddy of being controlled by the Jews. How can you try to play defense for this? Come on, man. This is so insulting to everybody's intelligence.
Because he's reading the Newsweek headline, calling him an anti-Semitic? Is he angry because he can't believe that he's not free to talk about people in his life who have...
I love this move, too. Oh, what? He's not free to talk? He's not free to say the things he wants? Okay, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say. And people can respond. And people can say, hey, that thing is fucked up. This thing makes no sense. This is factually incorrect. Here, I'll break it down for you. So yeah, you're free to say whatever the fuck you want to say. But people are free to react to that and respond to that. People are also free to go, man, you're fucking crazy, or you're full of shit, or that seems bigoted.
happen to be Jewish, right, without being accused of anti-Semitism? Is he saying, I'm not going to shut up and I'm going to keep tweeting and I'm going to keep calling these people out, referring to his friends that he feels slighted by? Is he talking about Jared Kushner and Josh Kushner? If you're a liar, you'll say, I know I was scared, Candace. I actually thought that Kanye West was going to launch a military strike in Israel.
Nobody fucking said that. Oh my God. Her whole thing is just straw man everybody who disagrees with me. Okay, interpret my critics and his critics in the dumbest, most ridiculous and hyperbolic way possible, and then respond to that. It's really easy to feel intellectually superior when you just misconstrue everything your opponents say, right? It's so fucking dishonest. Jesus Christ. All because you can't be like, yeah, Kanye went too far. That's a little crazy. All because you can't say that. Because now you got him in your phone, and maybe you text him every now and then, and he said he likes you, and you like him. So now it's totally obfuscate in this whole scenario.
Because that's the reaction. Like when I woke up and I looked at the headlines, the reaction was like Kanye West had gotten together a military strike and it was going to go forward in the morning time in Israel. This
is so hacky. Holy fucking shit. Now, mind you, these are the same people who said Ilhan Omar is an anti-Semite. Because Ilhan Omar said it's all about the Benjamins, baby, when referring to how AIPAC buys politicians by donating to their campaigns and then getting policy favors from them in the sense that they give more weapons to Israel and more subsidies to Israel. Ilhan Omar pointed out the fact that AIPAC money makes it so politicians do their bidding and they go, oh my God, you're an anti-Semite, for pointing out the basic reality of corruption in American politics. And by the way, people go, oh, but she singled out Israel. Nonsense. She's also called out the Saudi lobby. She's also called out various corporate lobbies. So Ilhan Omar is an anti-Semite for stating a fact, but Kanye is not an anti-Semite, even though he's saying, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, and I'm going to expose their agenda. These are also the same people. It's anti-Semitic to support BDS, the Boycott, Divestment, and Sanctions movement, which is an attempt to use boycotts, divestment, and sanctions to get Palestinians their human rights. But that's anti-Semitic. That's anti-Semitic. But Kanye saying what he said, not anti-Semitic. This gets tiring, man. This gets very tiring. Everything I'm saying here is so fucking obvious, it shouldn't even need to be said. But when you're dealing with dishonest actors like Candace Owens, you have to say it. Unbelievable.
What was the reaction that was met with this tweet?
No, that was not the reaction. People said, damn, yikes, that's crazy. You're sort of being anti-Semitic, bro. You also sound kind of unhinged. Maybe get on your meds. That was the reaction.
Now, once again, I want to make this very clear. This is not a defense of his tweet. This is an open question.
No, this isn't a defense. You're not defending him at all. I don't get that sense at all, Candace.
Which never seems to happen anymore. It's like you cannot even say the word Jewish without people getting upset, in the same way that you're not allowed to say black anymore, in the same way that if you talk about the struggles of black Americans and you talk about the people in black America, like Patrisse Cullors, the founder of Black Lives Matter, who are harnessing emotions to enrich their pockets, right?
Okay, Candace, you're part of the problem you were just complaining about. Because you have accused Ilhan Omar of being anti-Semitic. I don't know if she's done this directly, but many people in her orbit in that right-wing sphere call supporters of BDS anti-Semitic. So, oh, you can't even say the word Jewish without people saying you're an anti-Semite. You can't say the word Israel and criticize Israeli policy without being called anti-Semitic. Katie Halper just got fired from the Hill because she accurately criticized Israel and called it an apartheid state. She's a Jewish woman who got fired for criticizing Israel. You're not making the point you just made in defense of somebody like Katie Halper saying, hey, she shouldn't be fired. Hey, this is cancel culture. Hey, why are you firing a Jewish woman for accurately criticizing Israel? Seems like you're sort of overreaching with claims of bigotry here. That's not fair. You didn't make that comment in defense of Katie. You made that comment in defense of Kanye saying, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. When it's actually accurate and fair to say, damn, that seems kind of anti-Semitic. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, there's often moments where you go, you're watching something so crazy unfold and you're going, well, even the right's not going to defend this one, right? They're not going to go down the rabbit hole on this one. They're not going to make fools of themselves on this one. And then boom, they are right there to do it. It's like Trump with the January 6th thing. But, you know, when he would not stop, and to this day he hasn't stopped, by the third time or the fourth time he's going, the election's rigged. Put me back in. Put me back in. The election's rigged. At some point you're thinking, the right's not going to follow him down this path, are they? Where it's so obvious he lost 60 or more court cases, he lost them. You know, Arizona audit, he lost it. Every you know, judge in the country, whether they're even Republican appointed ones, even Trump appointed ones, threw the stuff out of court. They're not going to follow him down this path, are they? Some dumbass Dinesh D'Souza movie with, you know, ridiculous half-baked conspiracies. They're not going to follow him down this one. They were right there. Right there. And now with Kanye, they're not going to, I mean, come on, he's obviously a little off and he's saying the crazy things and, nah, he's a hero now. What was it, the House, no, it was some Republican, official Republican account on Twitter. I'm not remembering the specific account it was, but they tweeted the other day like, Elon, Kanye, Trump. In the midst of this meltdown. This was after he had already worn the White Lives Matter shirt. You had some other Republican running for office who tweeted, Kid Rock and Kanye West need to go on tour. That's what America needs. This is after all the stuff with Kanye, after the Tucker interview, after the edited out parts of the Tucker interview were released, after this shit. As long as you're part of their club, as long as you virtue signal about how much you love Trump, you're in. You're good. You could take a shit in the middle of your mom's living room, and they'll be there to defend it. They'll defend it. They'll find a way. They'll do it. So, the lack of intellectual honesty is what gets me. It's just astounding. Oh, by the way, one more point on Candace Owens. Almost forgot this. So, you're thinking, that's weird. Why is she saying that, you know, this isn't anti-Semitic, or she's trying to play defense to one extent or another? So, I don't even know what it means. Well, maybe Candace is relating to what Kanye's going through. Remember this? Candace Owens, quote, if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. Remember this? Okay, she said this. Quote, if Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. This was according to BuzzFeed News. She was at some event. The problem is, he had dreams outside of Germany, she continued. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German. So, when criticizing Hitler, she's like, look, he would have been okay if he just kept things in his own borders. The problem is he expanded. He had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. That was the problem. No, even if Hitler never expanded the borders and quote-unquote globalized, he would still be terrible in virtually every way imaginable. Like, this is like a 4 IQ take. But at the time, everybody was like, damn, that's anti-Semitic. So she felt the sting of that, so now she's defending Kanye when his comments are just as egregious as hers are. So that might explain part of this. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.